Yo, it's Copville and
Yo,
K9, and we are here for Locks with Copville and K9. Well, before we get to the NFL, I have to cover something that is pretty bad that happened here to our local team. For those that don't know, the Vere Beach High School Fighting Indians were in the state championship. They were leading most of the game, and very late in the fourth quarter, they were up by 8, and they fucking the coach had an absolute meltdown. And they did some kneel downs to try to kill the clock instead of running the ball, and each kneel down led them further and further back. They were doing it from the shotgun, and then they decided to do the run around the end zone, kill time, and take a safety. What could possibly go wrong, right?
oh
And
man, brutal.
they were up by 8. Kate puts it to a 6-point game. Obviously, there's a free kick from the 20-yard line, I believe, in high school. So they kick off, and they're up by 6, and then this happens. And the ball game. And the ball game.
Oh, brutal,
It's
brutal.
on Sports Center. It's on national news for all the wrong reasons. What do you think?
Tragic,
What do you
tragic.
think?
What do I think? I think this
Yeah.
might be the biggest choke job in probably high school football history. I mean,
Yeah.
look, just like as you brought up, if you're going to kneel the ball, which I didn't think was the right thing to do, I think you
No.
hand it off to the running back that had, I think
240
almost
yards.
over,
Yeah.
almost 300 scrimmage yards. So I hand that ball off. You give him the rock, you let him run the ball, you run the clock. If you are going to knee it from, I formation, standard formation, not shotgun formation. I know the team's used to running shotgun. They run a spread, but I'm sure the quarterback's taking some snaps under center. So I don't think him, grabbing the ball and kneeing the ball was that big
Even if
of a
they
risk.
fumble, you can't lose. You can't lose the game at
Yeah,
that point. There's
no,
nothing you could do up 8 to lose the game. You cannot lose. The worst would be a tie and then overtime. I mean, I don't understand why you ever give a team a chance to win a game ever. And
no,
I think the other thing I think is just like if you were to take we all know like the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was fixed. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Look how weird it looked when you saw Mike Tyson get ready to do his thing and then he had to like hold back. When you take a team and you hold them back from what they've been doing all game or all year, this is when things like this happen. Weird things happen because they're not used to doing this. They're used to going at the other team, playing hard, running it down their throat. I don't know why you change the last game, the last minute, the last everything of the whole. Why would you play any different at all than how you have all year? It doesn't make sense to me.
no. And the other thing to me is I know we used to be Madden players. So let's say this Madden game was for, let's say, $100, right? You have the lead. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. What do? You kneel the ball, right? You're not going to snap it and do the funny thing where you run back 50 yards and run back and forth and,
No,
give him an
no,
opportunity to
no.
where he can score and hit stick you and running in for a touchdown. I mean, this was a state championship. Vero hasn't
Yeah,
won in over 40
81,
years.
1981.
So this would have been, I mean, huge for our city and just a generational fumble, and, Coach Jay's sitting there like, oh, what's the chance of this happening? Dude, just make sure there's a 0% chance of it happening and kneel the ball and you do what you got to do. Once again, the Madden thing came into my head because we've had many games where, you run backwards, you're running out the clock, you're being a jackass, you're being funny when you could have just kneeled the ball and the game's over.
Yeah,
Now,
or
obviously,
you're
that's
running
just
regular
for fun,
offense, or
but
you're just doing regular offense. You're fucking
yeah, I
throwing
mean,
bombs with up, 10 seconds left. You're trying to score again, like, and I get like, I just think you see this a lot. They try not to lose instead of trying to win. And when you start if that's like standing in the corner in a boxing match and you go, I'm just gonna let this guy throw punches the last 20 seconds I'm winning the fight. I've been knocking him around, but now I'm just going to stand there and hope he doesn't land a lucky punch in the last 20 seconds instead of just staying at it. And the worst case scenario in that game, if you handed them the ball and said, take the ball at the 1 yard line, we're going to try to give a goal line stance. You cannot lose the game. You cannot lose the game. They have to score and get a 2-point conversion to go to overtime. You cannot lose. And where I think about this is we talked about Michael brought up the 07 Super Bowl. I think of the 2011 Super Bowl with the Patriots and the Giants where they let Bradshaw score that touchdown. Had Bradshaw not gone in the end zone and just laid down, they would have ran the clock down and then kicked the field goal to win the game. But Brady and they had a chance with some Hail Marys that it almost got caught. Gronkowski almost caught that Hail Mary, which would have been the biggest choke until Vero Beach ever, because they gave them an opportunity to win the game when they didn't have to. And this is the same thing that just happened. There was no reason to give them an opportunity to win the game. You could have punted on first down. It would have been a better decision. Yeah. Punt it on first down, let it go, better field position. And I can't believe the roller coaster of emotions. When they intercepted the ball, I'm like, this is it. Like, we got it. We're there. We're done. And then, all right, enough of that. Let's catch up on some comments, and we'll get to the locks this week. Explain to me why Green Bay is favored at Denver. I have no idea. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Liz, big supporter. What's up? Coach Jay is not smart. There's Bub. Bad time to have a meltdown. It was very bad. It was a long one. I was 15 rows up yelling, run the ball during the timeout. Started a punt, the ball chant. Complete bonehead calls. Love Coach Jay as a 44-year-old supporter of them. Has absolutely changed the way they play the game, but both of y'all are on point with this. Don't give up ground or points. And he did both. Also, 25-30 penalties compound to 5 is also extremely weird. And then I do agree, now we start talking about the end of that game. If you watch it from the other angle, I saw this brought up. The forward progress was stopped on that runner. He was going forward for the guy that had the ball.
The Hail Mary.
It. Yeah, he was going backwards, almost like that should be the end of the play. He's in custody. Police term. He's tackled, going backwards forward, and then that guy comes up and like pulls the ball away and goes around. But I look at it like that's a bang bang play. That's tough. There's no review. Like it's high school. Don't put yourself in a position to be.
Yeah.
Oh, the refs took it from us because of that guy. Like, no, you should have never been there.
You should have never been in that situation. I mean, state championship final. The whole world's watching this game.
Yeah,
you're not going to stop that play right there. And once again, you just should not have been in that situation. I was never the biggest Coach J guy, honestly, either. Watching him when I went to school there, a lot of bonehead calls. Even if you look at the analytics, a lot of guys are analytic guys. The analytics weren't there. Just the knowledge of the game wasn't there on any of them calls as well. Just really, really bad.
It's like I said, you get into a position where it goes from, and the other polar opposite is like Dan Campbell that just goes so aggressive that he blew a Super Bowl. But there's somewhere in the middle is just don't change everything. I've never seen anybody kneel from the shotgun formation. I've not seen that. I've never seen the safety run out unless there was no time left. Unless like there's 5 seconds left, I run around the end zone, take the safety. Okay. Even then, I don't know.
And then even if there's a couple seconds left, do
then
a
they can
squib
run the
kick
kickoff
or
back.
something.
But I don't know why in that scenario. I just don't know why you hand the ball off and you run it like you were all game. You're all game. Just run it. One first down, one play, one first.
Yeah, and let's say something bad does happen. Okay, let's say they hand the ball off, the guy fumbles it. They score a touchdown. Listen, you get the ball back. They couldn't have won the game, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And if something like that happens, I don't think any of us are sitting here making podcasts or talking about this. The guy fumbled the ball. He had a historic game as a running back, tailback in high school football. It is what it is. But to do the kneel downs in the shotgun, to do the safety bullshit, it's now everybody's looking at you.
Well, you know what you did? You took the coach made it about him. You took the ball out of the player's hands and made decisions for them that took away from their ability to determine the outcome of that game.
100%.
Could they have stopped a Hail Mary? Yes. But you got to figure that chain of events is probably rattling everybody. The defense is thinking, we're not going back out there. They're probably like on the sideline thinking, this is game's over. We just got the ball. We made the interception. We made the play. The offense goes out, and this is their game to go out and finish.
Yeah.
They're probably over there letting it, starting the emotions. And then now you're asking them to go back on the field, but I'm pretty sure they did it. And then you have the offense is probably, we're pounding the ball. We're ready to finish this game out. Put it in the running back's hands that if he, like you said, if he fumbles, that's part of the game. That is something
Right.
that we can't control, but you can control clock management. You can control coaching decisions, whether or not to take a safety or not. And you took the ball out of a bunch of kids' hands that deserved to be there, worked hard to get there, and you essentially made it about your bad decision, and that'll be talked about for.
Ever.
They got to go
Ever.
out and win. Yeah, if they don't go out and win it next year, and I mean, I just can't imagine the sales, the win, and those guys, those seniors they'll never get another chance. They're gonna have to go the rest of their life saying we were runner-ups in the state championship.
No, and a lot of their best players are seniors. A couple of them are going to Florida State, unfortunately, over Miami. I think one's going to Iowa, one's going to another school. The thing I want to finish on about it, though, is momentum. When you do stuff like that and you give that other team momentum, this is high school football, so momentum is huge. College football, momentum is huge as well. In the NFL, momentum's big, but it's not. I think in high school football, momentum is the biggest thing. These kids are
They're young,
virgins.
undeveloped
Yeah.
minds.
Some of
Emotional.
these guys are still virgins. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They don't know anything about life yet. So momentum is a huge thing to them. When you're doing stupid things like that and you're giving them 16, 17, 18-year-old kids momentum and you're taking the momentum from your own team, it's not a good thing either at all.
I agree. And you're right, because you get to the pros and you see, guys will go into a hostile environment on the road and just wipe the other team up. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the background noise. But a high school kid that's 17, 16, 18, their emotional immaturity shows when something happens where it's like, hey, I don't know how to make my brain forget that just happened. Like, how do I go out here and play? It's unfortunate. And I'm not trying to be a hater. It's not trying to be nasty. It's just, man, you gotta, I don't know how you make that. I just don't know how you do that. Like,
I mean, if you're looking at any of the comments on Facebook, I think we're taking it pretty easy on them as opposed to the Facebook haters right now. It is what it is. And you know what? Coach Jay's going to have to live with that. And he's going to have to, probably approach the media and explain himself. If not, that's a coward move. But, it is what it is, man.
You feel bad. And I do, at no time did he go, I want to lose this game either. So whatever was going on in his head, obviously he thought he was doing what was in the best interest. We're Monday morning quarterbacking right now.
Right.
But in his head, that's what he thought. It's easy if that Hail Mary drops on the ground, we're also not talking about this. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about nobody cares about the almost. No, we're done. We're over here celebrating. We're showing video of Vero running across the field. So it kind of goes in every direction. Now that he did it, he made the mistake. Social media, everybody saw it. We're going to hammer him. And that's, unfortunately, he's got to live with that, like you said. So hopefully, they recover as a team, and those young kids that are on the team, that keeps them hungry and want to get back to that game and see what happens.
Yeah. Hey.
Kids are so immature compared to Europe. Yeah. Well, European soccer that's life over there. All right. So let's get into it. We had a decent week last week.
Yeah.
I had to lock the Kansas City. I told you that the Texans were going to go into Kansas City and win.
You did.
The only letdown we have is the Bears. That sucked, man. That sucked, that ending of that game.
Yeah, and the thing that pisses me off, it was a great game. It was a game of the week to me. Obviously, as a Bears fan, I was pretty pissed off. But the Packers fans saying Bears still suck, dude, it came down to the last play of the game, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, a second-year quarterback, first-year head coach. You guys had 4 play callers already. I mean, chill out, dude.
Yeah, we'll see.
Chill
Again,
out.
I think that the tell will be next week. They play again next week in Chicago.
Yeah, they do.
The Packers maintain that. So, all right, let's get into this week.
Oh boy, your session. They're about to kick
0.
you out.
Yeah, I got 0. Keep session alive. All right. First game of the week. This should be a pretty easy one. Is the Cardinals at Texans. This should be. I wouldn't fool with this game much.
I wouldn't fool with it, but here's the thing that I actually do like about this. Now, I think when the spread first came out, I think it was 12.5. So people have been hammering that, and it's brought it down to 10 points. I like the 10 points with Arizona. Arizona's proven that they can score the ball, and Houston isn't the greatest offensively, but I definitely think Houston's gonna win this game. But I don't know if Houston's gonna win by more than 10 points, honestly. They
All right.
usually when they do win games, they usually win it, in a defensive battle with their defense, and, they win the game by 7, 8 points maybe. So if I was gonna put some money on this game, I would take Arizona in the points. I really liked the 12.5 when it first came out, and obviously, as you can see, people were hammering that, so now it's down to
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. So we're going Cardinals plus 10.
I like Cardinals plus 10, yeah,
All
I
right.
do.
Now I think there's a couple big games this week. This is the
Yeah.
thumbnail. This is probably the biggest game of the week in my opinion. And
Yes.
this is the Bills at Patriots. This is we are who they thought they were game of the week. Bills are reeling a little bit, not having the best year. The Patriots are absolutely playing excellent football. Look like the best team in the NFL probably.
Yes.
And you have the Bills at the Patriots. Patriots are -2.
No, Patriots are +2 at home.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, the Patriots are plus. That's crazy. I
I
looked at it
know,
wrong.
I know.
Patriots getting 2 at home against the Bills. It's
Yeah.
gonna be brutally cold, I believe. I saw the temperature. It's like
Yeah, it's
19.
a lot of the, northern games today are gonna be very cold, very.
So I think man, with the 2 I'm taking the Patriots +2 all day. I'd probably take them to win.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. I think Buffalo is hot. Buffalo is coming back for blood. New England is due for a loss. As we've talked about a million times, I'm a very trend guy, and it's hard for me to believe that New England's gonna sweep Buffalo this year in their matchups. Obviously, they play twice. New England won the first one in Buffalo. I think Buffalo gets their lick back in this game. Josh Allen is starting to play MVP ball again. I think Buffalo keeps it on the ground a lot this game. The one con to New England this year has been their run defense. So I think James Cook is due for a big game. I
Big
do
game
like
from
Buffalo
Cook.
in this game.
All
I
right. So
like Cook a lot in this game.
all right. We'll see. I think I just think them Pats are serious. But I hate betting against Josh Allen is never fun.
No, the
So,
Patriots are serious, but how many games have they won in a row? Geez, dude, they're due for a
yeah.
loss, man.
All right. My New York Football Giants are back
Oh,
from the bye
boy.
week. Jackson Dart is healthy. Wayndale Robinson is in the top 10 in receiving, I want to say. Top 10 in yards.
I
Looking
love
for a
Wandale.
contract.
Wandale.
Giants are -2.5 at home. No quarterback. And who's watching it's bad, right? Who's the quarterback?
Mariota. Jaden Daniels got hurt again.
Giants defense is decent. I hate betting with the heart. I don't think the Commanders can go into New York and win. I don't. I just don't. I don't.
This is such a tough game.
Giants defense is all the coaching changes. I think they're blitzing a lot more. This will be week 2 of the new coordinator. Had a whole week to prepare.
Yeah.
It's a shitty game.
It is.
Don't bother with it type game.
No.
Other than the fact I like the Giants.
It's one of those games on my list where you're not really supposed to touch it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would
gosh.
say let's see that prop. Let's go with Jackson Dart's passing yard prop. 207 for both quarterbacks.
207?
Yeah. Let's see what Dart's rushing is. We know he runs like a maniac.
It's at 27.5.
Yeah, I'd go over that. That'd be my if I was gonna mess with this game, I would go Jackson Dart over 27.5. He runs like a maniac. They're begging him to get down. He won't get down, and he just keeps doing it. So All right.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Another.
the only thing I'm looking at in this game, I really would hate to choose a team to win this game. If I did, maybe, gosh, maybe Washington at +2.5. I'm looking at this over under though. I'm kind of liking the under. Washington, what? They lost like 40-0 last week.
Yeah, the
They're
Giants are good. The Giants are always good to bet the under.
Yeah,
In
Giants have a
Meadowlands,
good defense. I'm thinking
40.
under.
Yeah,
46.5 is a
46 a
pretty
lot.
high over under.
You're right, for two teams that are just not playing very well at all. That would be, yeah.
That's if anything standing out to me.
You could
That's what's
parlay that
standing out to
together.
me.
You could take the under, and then you could take the Jackson Dart. What the fuck is it? Rushing yards. Jackson Dart over. $10 would get you 35.
That's not a bad bet.
No, 25 would get you 87. Yeah, that's not terrible. All right. What do we got up next on the disaster list? Oh, I like this game. I like this game. The Ravens at the Bengals. Bengals are getting 2.5 at home. I'm on the Bengal train, man. Who day? Who day?
Where's JP? We need him.
Where's JP when you need him? I think Burrows is playing good. They're home.
Yeah.
Ravens are just so unpredictable.
No, Ravens have been just terrible. The Ravens are on like a epic collapse. The Bengals have covered the last 2 weeks in a row. They were my pretty much locks of the week, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I remember.
They upset Baltimore in Baltimore on Thanksgiving. Ever since Joe Burrows came back, they've covered. I know he had 2 really bad turnovers in the fourth quarter last week, but they still covered. That was my lock of the week. I would take the 2.5 at home with Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's easy. I would take them. I would take a money line, but the 2.5 is just. I mean, you can't beat getting two. I mean, I don't know why you're even not. I don't understand why they're underdogs at home. The way they've been playing, the way that the Ravens have been playing.
I think a lot of people are expecting the Ravens to finally win a game because they've just been so bad.
All right. The Chargers at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are eliminated from the playoffs. The Chiefs are done. Oh, they're one game away from being eliminated from the play. They're done.
Yes,
I mean,
I think as of right now, they're at like a 9.7% chance to make the playoffs. Obviously, they would have to win out, and this is a big game for them to do that. So
this is another game that's changing quickly. So this was 6 a minute ago, and now it's down to 5.5. The Chiefs are I like the Chargers.
I like the Chargers with the points. I like the Chiefs money line until the Chiefs are completely eliminated from the playoffs. I just still can't bring myself to bet against them. They're just the team that I don't bet against.
I did last week. I put the hat on.
I know, and I was wrong. And you know what? I'll take that on the chin. If the Chiefs lose and I think they're gonna win, I'll take that on the chin. I mean, the team has had one of the best dynasties we've ever seen in the NFL. It's not Patriots level. If they won that third Super Bowl in a row, it would have been on that level. But I just can't bet against the guy that I think is probably gonna finish maybe as the greatest quarterback of all time, maybe second greatest behind Brady. We'll see how that plays out. I can't do it. I can't do it until they're eliminated. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you two things. Mahomes is not going to win another Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Not going to win another Super Bowl.
Holy crap. I was not expecting this.
That team is, I think it's cycled through. I think they figured that team out. I don't know that Spagnuolo is going to stay around. He's got a lot off. I went ugly. Am I blurry?
Yeah, you're blurry.
Uh-oh.
I'll filibuster for you while you figure it out.
Fix the wire. Hold on. What's going on?
Fix the wire. I definitely think that's a hot take. I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. As we know in today's NFL, the quarterback is a lot of what goes on with a team. Mahomes second greatest, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean the guy's won a Super Bowl with a broken leg. He's took down some great teams. You know, I don't think he's done. I think that's a super hot take. I don't know about that.
He's done as John Cena. John Cena's last match last night. Mahomes loses today. The Chargers lose. The Chargers win today in Kansas City. You heard it here. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, he's getting the hat.
The Chargers, the lock of the week. You heard it here first. It's cold in Kansas City. Chargers just beat the Eagles. The Chargers are hot. You don't need the points. Take the points if you don't like this hat. Take the points if you really want to make some money. San Diego Chargers go into Kansas City today. They knock the not second greatest quarterback ever out of the playoffs and win in Kansas City. When your extra money for Christmas rolls in from betting this game, send me $1.
I love what Bubby said. That take was so hot, your camera froze. I love that comment.
That's because Roger Goodell was trying to shut it down because Vegas knows what's going to happen. So
are you saying take the points, or you're just talking money line?
Straight up money line.
Oh man,
straight up money line. Send it in. Call Guido. Call your crooked nose uncle. Call the bookie. Call it in. Phone it in. Whatever you got to do. It's the lock of the week, provided by Copville. All right, now one of the most miserable game, probably the most miserable game of the week. We have the New York Football Jets against the very hot and looking very good.
Yes.
Jacksonville Jaguars. There's no reason to even look at this game. Skip it.
No.
Leave it. Don't mess with it. It's a minus 1,000 for the Jaguars, or it's minus 110 if you're giving up 13.5, which is probably going to happen. The Jets are atrocious. I would just pretend this game's not even being played today.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like the Jets are going to end up with probably Fernando Mendoza or Diego Paiva. They're gonna draft a quarterback. All the Justin Fields supporters out there, are you guys officially done on him? I mean,
do you know who the quarterback for the Jets is?
Tyrod Taylor.
Brady Cook.
Get out of here.
Brady Cook. That's who's starting today for the Jets.
Oh my gosh. They've just went full tank. They're going after Mendoza.
Never heard of him.
I have heard of Brady Cook, actually. I'm pretty sure he went to Missouri. He was a quarterback from Missouri. Yeah, Mizzou. Yep. That's what Bubby said. But see, me and Bubby are on the same page here. We know our shit, man. Shout out Bubby.
You know how to make money.
Yeah, he actually used to throw the ball to Luther Burden, receiver on the Bears. So I did my scouting with Brady Cook.
All right. Another game that is just miserable. And
whoa, actually, let's hold on a second. I don't know if this is miserable.
This one?
I don't know if this is miserable.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Listen,
the Raiders at Eagles.
The cheesesteaks are burnt at Pat's today. They are very burnt. The Philadelphia Eagles are on a collapse that I don't know if any of us were ever expecting. This is reminding me a lot of 2023 Eagles. The offense is atrocious. There are broadcasters out of Philly right now calling for Jalen Hurts to be benched. What do you have? 5 turnovers last week?
He did something nobody else in history of the NFL did last week. He threw an interception, recovered it, and then fumbled it and lost it again.
Two turnovers in one play. Listen, I know AJ Brown's not complaining because he's finally getting his targets and, he's finally getting his yards. He's making his money. Ever since they started doing the whole A.J. Brown throw the ball, the team has been terrible. What the Eagles need to do is run the ball every play that they can and let it be a defensive battle. When the Eagles were winning these big games earlier in the year, it was 13-10, 10-8, 14-10, and it was a defensive battle, and they were running the ball, tush pushing. Now that they're making Jalen Hurts throw the ball, the guy looks like one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. He can't complete a pass. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if it's the new offensive coordinator. Now, Jalen Hurts is another guy that's had, I think, a different play caller every year that he's been in the NFL. So I think a lot of it is the play calling, but at the same time, this team looks like a dumpster fire.
So what are you telling me?
I'm thinking the Raiders plus 12.5 might be a good bet.
Okay.
I mean,
I'd take the points.
I would take the points. Yes.
The Eagles aren't scoring, but
the Eagles are due for a win. I
The
think the
Raiders
Eagles
are bad.
finally get the lick back and get a win.
The
But
Raiders last week committed the biggest fraud in the history of the NFL last week. Do we forget that? The
Exactly. So
biggest fraud in history of the NFL occurred last week on live television.
exactly. So if this game comes down to that again, I wouldn't be surprised if they kick a field goal again to cover the 12 and a
Oh,
half.
man. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. All
Exactly.
right.
There Pete Carroll, as Sipo called him, Pete Rose Carroll on the podcast.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll is trying to cover spreads here. He don't care about winning
For those
the
who
game.
didn't watch last week and don't know what you're talking, tell us the events that unfolded. Explain to everybody what happened.
Denver's up. I think they're up by 9. So they're up by 2 scores. I forgot exactly
and
what
the game
it was.
is under. And the
Well,
game is at sitting under the point spread.
the game is sitting under the
total
point spread.
game.
So the Raiders have the ball. The spread was 7.5 last week. So they're down by 9. So obviously the Raiders are, going down the field. They want to score. They want to score a touchdown. Maybe it was 10 points. I don't know. It must have been 10. Anyway,
it was 10, and the
yeah,
game
it
was
was 10.
7.5.
Yes, the game was 7.5. Raiders are driving down the field. Obviously, if you're an NFL coach, this kind of reminds me of like a Coach J type thing too. They're driving down the field, right? So they're obviously trying to score a touchdown. They throw the ball to Tyler Lockett. Lockett catches the ball. He's on the ground. This is where it really starts to get fishy. The defender apparently laid on him too long. So they called a delay of game on the defense. So that's a penalty, obviously. Clock stops. They move the ball up for the penalty. Now, I don't even remember the last time I've heard a penalty being called on the defense for delay of game. Anybody that watches football,
it's got to be very egregious. They have to usually kick the ball far away or really, really go bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, watching the play, I really didn't see much of a delay of game, but hey, they called it. So obviously you would imagine, okay, the Raiders are going to throw a Hail Mary. They're going to try to score. No, they send out their kicker out there and they kick a field goal with time expiring. With 4 seconds left. Made no sense other than to cover a point spread. It seemed like everybody was in on it. One of the biggest fixes I think I've ever seen in NFL history. I mean,
it was bad. It was bad.
That was just terrible.
Actually, I don't even know why you would throw the Hail Mary at that point. You cannot win the game. There's nothing that happens. There's no outcome that's favorable. Guys get hurt.
Yeah, you could just knee
touchdown means nothing. The thing needs. I mean, if anything, you throw the Hail Mary because it looks like you didn't lay down. But you're down 10. The under's in. The spread is in. It's in Vegas, by the way, in Vegas, and they kick a field goal that then puts the game over the over/under, and all the money was under, and then it puts the spread what everybody had Denver to cover. And it was immediate chaos. Dave Portnoy got on the internet at 5 seconds after the game and lost his mind because everybody had Denver. Everybody on earth had Denver.
Yep.
And that it's gone. Nobody's talking about it. It just came and went. Like, where's the investigation? Why?
Well, I mean, honestly, that's kind of our country nowadays. I mean, you hear about. I don't mean to get too off topic, but there was a mass shooting the other day, and then the next day everybody forgets about it. It's just
there was one this morning in Australia, Sydney, Australia. There was one 12 people dead at a synagogue, I believe. So Hanukkah celebration. So that's going on over in Australia, but.
Terrible to hear, but once again, that's our world nowadays. I mean, terrible things happen, and the next day people forget.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Your game this week. This
here we go.
Pretty easy one. Oh boy, the hat's coming out. Here it comes.
Lock of the week.
Hold on.
Lock
of the week. We have the Cleveland Browns at Chicago Bears. Bears are -7.5. What part of this is the lock of the week?
Okay, so yesterday, this is a player prop. Yesterday, it was at -150. People are betting this because it is a sure, guaranteed lock. Hopefully, I gotta say that so we don't get
lock. Hopefully,
so we don't get the podcast shut down. You're technically not supposed to 100% guarantee bets. You could actually get shut down for that. So I'm going to say allegedly
99.9%.
99.9%. This is what I like. You're going to go to Kyle Monungai rush attempts, and you're going to go for 12 rush attempts. And here's why: it is going to be arguably the coldest game in Soldier Field history. You got to go down. You got to go down to rush attempts. Kyle Monangai rush attempts.
All right, here we go. Kyle, rush attempts.
It's now at minus 200 for 12. I don't know.
Okay, here I got 14 and a half is all it'll give me. 11 and a half and 14 and a half.
Yeah, so you're gonna go for 12. It's at
So
minus 200.
over 12 at minus 200.
Yes, you're gonna go for 12, and here's why. Like I said, coldest game in Soldier Field history. It's gonna be a run-heavy game. Going back to last week, Kyle Monangai had 14. Week before, he had 22. Week before that, he had 12. Week before that, he had 12. They are trusting Kyle Monangai in this run-heavy offense. Ben Johnson loves Kyle Monangai. All Bears fans around the world love Kyle Monangai. Dude's 5'8", stocky mofo that is gonna, as you probably seen the play last week that went viral. Helmets were literally breaking because this dude is just a blue-nosed, stocky pit bull, and he's gonna run into your face and try to take you down. He is going to run the ball 12 times in this game, so that's a lock. I'm sorry,
lock of the week.
Lock of the week,
right,
baby.
Remember to tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on Counterculture Sports with K9 and Sipo, so he can tell you how big of a lock that was and how he'll show you. He'll be counting his money tomorrow on the pod.
I told myself, Christmas is this month. I'm not going to bet on anything. If I would have bet last week, I would have made actually a lot of money. So whenever I do bet, things usually don't go the way I want. And when I don't bet, they usually do. But I'm thinking about opening up this checkbook today on this one because
you're reinstalling the app.
I think I'm going to reinstall the app, make a quick deposit. Do they take the money fast out of your checking?
Immediately. And it takes 3 to 5 business days to come back if you cash out.
I think Kyle Monangai is easily going to get 12 carries in this game. I even like the anytime touchdown prop with him as well, but I'm not as sure about that as I am about this. He's going to run the ball 12 times.
All right. And what I would bill as the second biggest game of the week, another monster game that's going to have ramifications on the NFC.
Yeah.
You have Detroit Lions at the Rams. The Rams were the best team, then they were the worst team, and now I think they're back to the best team again. They had a bad week 2 weeks ago, or what week? They won last week. They had a bad week the week before.
Yeah, against Carolina, they lost. It was a close game, but yeah, they lost.
But now you have the Lions at Rams, 425 game of the week. That is a big game.
Yes.
Rams are -6 at home. It's going to be a high-scoring game, man. The over-under is 54. I don't know that I would fool too much with this game. I might actually, if I had to do something, I would tease this. I would tease the Rams to even and take the Rams to win money line, and I would bring that over and under down 6 points and bet the over if I was going to do anything.
I like the Lions +6 in this game. Lions are hot.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
I really think Lions cover this. I agree with whoever that was that just commented. He was arguing with me about everything else, and now we're finally agreeing on something. So I'm glad we can agree on something. But Lions are very hot right now. Lions are very scary right now. This Lions team is showing to be the team that a lot of people pick to win the Super Bowl, and they're proving it why. Defensively, they're finally starting to step up a little bit. I do agree that I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. You know, Rams also have a good defense too, so you know, it is a high over-under, but, man, Jahmyr Gibbs coming out of college, I knew this guy was going to be great coming out of Alabama. You know, St. Brown was a little banged up. I think he might be fully healthy now. I think Dan Campbell's finally starting to call the right plays. He took over as a play caller, I think, week 4. He's been calling the right plays as of recently. I think the Lions can cover this. I don't know if they're going to win. You know, if you want to take the money line, I don't blame you, but I would
take the Rams with the points, and like essentially what I said. I would tease the game to 6, make it even, pick the Rams to win, and then bring the over under down. But I mean, this could be something we see in the playoffs too. These two teams.
Yeah, this could be an NFC Championship matchup. 100%. Yes.
Yeah. All right, and a game that means nothing, looks like nothing, is going to be well watched as Phillip Rivers is making a start today for the Colts at the Seahawks. The line is atrocious. It's minus 13.5 for the Seahawks. There's no reason to get near this game other than to see almost 5 years since Phillip Rivers has been on the field, who they weren't sure he could even run. He was in such bad shape. Is going to start today, which is crazy.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I guess they think they're salvaging their season, and maybe he gets on a run, and obviously they're going to make the playoffs. What do you think about the controversy? Obviously, the immediate controversy always comes around the race war that they didn't call Colin Kaepernick.
Well, a lot of people are talking about that they didn't call Cam Newton either. Cam Newton went viral for making the comment that he's pissed off that they didn't call him either. Okay, here's the thing. Philip Rivers has history with Shane Steichen.
Correct.
Philip Rivers was coaching a high school football team running Shane Steichen's offense. Philip Rivers also already has played for the Colts. So there's a lot of reasons of why they would favor Philip Rivers over Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, etc. I don't think this is a race thing at all. I'm obviously not racist. My son's biracial. And so I'm just giving you an honest perspective of everything.
And
Philip
it's
Rivers
common
is a
sense.
it's common sense too. I'm
Why would the guy knows
I'm
the
giving my
offense?
opinion and I'm
Yeah,
just
the
putting
guy
it
knows
out there. Obviously, I'm not a racist person.
But he knows the
So
offense.
I'm just putting that out there.
Why would you? Like somebody, luck is done. Luck left early, but
Yeah, obviously
there's
you want luck.
plenty of more capable quarterbacks probably walking around the earth right now than Philip Rivers, other than the fact he knows the offense and he played for the team.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to look at this into history, Philip Rivers was way better than Colin Kaepernick. Philip Rivers was way better than Cam Newton. Philip Rivers never had the playoff record that we wanted out of him. He never really won the big playoff games. Obviously, he's more of a choke when it comes to the playoffs. But going back to when Philip Rivers played, I think there's an argument that Philip Rivers might be a top 10 quarterback of all time during the regular season. He's got the stats. I mean, the team went like 13-3 multiple times. He's one of the greatest regular season quarterbacks of all time. And I mean, it is what it is. Philip Rivers is a grandpa. I think he might be the first grandpa to ever start an NFL game. I don't have this stat on me, but
Do you know how many kids
he knows the offense.
Do you know how many kids he has?
He has 10, right?
10 kids.
10 kids. He is
Some
a grandpa.
could say he's blacker than Colin Kaepernick.
Hey, how many baby mamas though? That's what matters. Okay, so then he ain't.
Okay.
Hey.
10 kids, grandkid, and actually, you know what he did? He reset his now Hall of Fame eligibility. So now he has to wait another 5 years from the last snap he takes. So he was eligible coming up next year.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a big deal.
They were saying they don't. Again, he gets that Eli bullshit. They're saying he might not be. He's not a first ballot. He might be a second ballot. I think him and Eli
which
both
is
belong in the Hall of
understandable.
Fame. It is. I could see him waiting here. We'll see if Eli makes it this year. Obviously, his playoff stats are unreal. He just didn't go to the playoffs very much. And Rivers had an unreal amount of regular season success. So
yes, they are like complete polar opposites when it comes to that. Eli was not terrible in the regular season, but he was pretty bad if you look at his stats in the regular season. Where Philip Rivers, if you look at his regular season stats, guy's one of the greatest of all time. But Eli is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, playoff quarterback we've ever seen when it came down to clutch moments, as opposed to Philip Rivers, who was a choke in the playoffs.
Absolutely. All right. Next we have.
What's funny about this though, before we get off this topic,
another big game.
Philip Rivers over under for passing yards is 151. I don't know if I've ever seen it that low. I mean, that's
I think the guy that who the hell was the quarterback last time? Blanco. Who was that guy that Bromer? His was low 2 weeks ago.
Brock Lesnar,
whatever his name was. I have no idea that guy that started. All right, I guess I slept on this one. This is another absolute monster game.
Yeah, it is.
3 monster games this week.
It has moved too.
You have the Packers at the Broncos. Man, this could be a Super Bowl game.
It definitely could. 100%
be a Super Bowl game. I mean,
this
could be a preview.
Say that.
I mean, this is the Broncos have 55 sacks this year.
Yes.
At home. I mean, I was not impressed with Green Bay last week. I think the Bears could have won that game. I think I don't know. I mean, I just see the Broncos defense at home. I can't pick against the Broncos at home.
I don't. I mean, can you pick against the Broncos? They've won what 10 games in a row.
Yeah,
Sean
I
Payton,
just
head coach, my favorite head coach, maybe arguably of all time. I love Sean Payton. I will die by saying that this guy is probably the greatest head coach I've ever seen. He's up there. Green Bay is hot. Denver's due for a loss. Back to the trend thing once again. It's a very tough game. I don't know if you touch it. Gosh. I am thinking that Green Bay does win this game. Denver is due for a loss. I know they're playing at Mile High. I mean, I'm a Bears fan. It hurts to say. Green Bay is clicking right now. They are very tough to bet against. But once again, it's almost like betting against OKC right now in basketball. A lot. How do you bet against OKC? They were
yeah.
24-1. I mean, they finally lost last night in a great game against San Antonio.
I
But
just think Denver's like the Bears were good. The Bears are good,
yes,
but the Denver defense is better. And there were some coverage issues last week with the Bears where they gave up some big touchdown passes
yes,
in key situations where they didn't get any pressure on Love. I think Denver's pressure is going to be much worse.
yeah,
I mean, that
I
one,
agree.
that one touchdown that crossed the middle
Yeah,
route, there was nobody covered. There was absolutely
no,
nobody there. Blown coverage. I don't see Denver making those blown coverage mistakes, and I don't see Love having as much time to find that second or third receiver that he did. Now he could run the ball more, but still,
yeah,
Denver's defense is, like I said, 55 sacks. They're just best defense in football. There's no way around it. They're tough.
no,
So,
I
but
agree.
I would not. Again, I wouldn't touch it. I would not bet on this game if I had to. I would say either team can win. I wouldn't be surprised. I just think Denver's defense at home should cover it. All right, another miserable game. Bubby's game of the week. The absolutely horrible Titans at the 49ers. 49ers should not have a problem with this game at home. You could always bet the CMC anytime. That's pretty much one of the safest bets in football.
Well, yesterday news came out via Adam Schefter that McCaffrey was dealing with a back issue and that he's questionable for this game. So I don't know if any news has came out since we've started this podcast, but last I heard he was questionable.
Let me
So
see.
honestly, I don't know if I would touch the McCaffrey anytime.
If
Maybe
he's in the
they,
game, he's scoring. Let me look.
I
CMC
mean,
injury.
San Francisco should obviously blow out the Titans. We all know how Shanahan is. He's gonna dog the hell out of McCaffrey, but maybe this back injury scares him a little bit and goes, "Hey, we're playing the worst team in football. Maybe we run him a couple times just to keep him, working." But maybe Brian Robinson gets more carries today.
Bobby says it's the lock of the week. I mean, it is lock of the week if you go money line. There's no way. There's
Well,
no
it's
way. You
minus
can't.
nine, not minus 900. I mean,
Yeah,
geez,
you'd have to bet the house. So
yeah, you're gonna have to
if you
bet
want
the
to make
house on
$100,
that.
you can bet 1,000 if you want to make 100. If you trust it that much.
I will say the Titans have been covering a decent amount this past month. Even when they're getting 12, 14 points, the Titans have been finding a way to cover. Obviously not win, but they won last week against the Browns. But I mean, a lot of that had to do with Kevin Stefanski and a terrible play call. Our boy Shador, man, let's give a shout out to him. 361 yards, 3 passing touchdown, 1 rushing, and then you take him out on that 2-point conversion. Oh, brutal to see. He brought them
Yeah.
back. Shador Sanders is an NFL quarterback. I don't care what anyone
I have a
says.
note here that says he's definitely not a mattress
He is not a mattress.
because we're not sleeping on him.
Quit sleeping on my boy, man. I done told y'all from day one that y'all got to quit sleeping on him. He's not a mattress. Is he a mattress? Why y'all keep
No,
sleeping on him?
no, don't sleep on him. All right, misery of the week. Panthers at Saints. Panthers are hot. I mean, I don't even know why it's this close.
Well, because the Saints have actually been playing really well. I mean, they beat Tampa last week.
Yeah, I don't see it.
But Tampa's been looking terrible.
What do we got here? Who's the quarterback of the Saints?
Tyler Shuck, who actually ran like a maniac last week.
Yeah, the Panthers, but we had the Panthers beat the Rams a couple weeks ago. So I mean,
No, I agree.
this is a sucker game. I mean, if I had to pick one, I would take Carolina.
I would too. And honestly, if Carolina wins out, they're going to win that division, and that would be an epic collapse for the Bucks. They might end up having to
They look
fire
bad.
Todd
Bucks look
Bowles.
bad. I could not believe that happened Thursday night. I can't believe they lost.
That was a huge choke.
That was
Huge.
huge. There's a lot of chokes this year.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been a lot of chokes in my life too this year. So it's happening to all of us.
Hold on one second. Chokes everywhere.
Chokes everywhere this year. Man, I'm just praying and hoping that 2026 is a lot better year for all of us.
I have my upset of the week right here.
Okay.
Write it down.
Wow.
Write it down. Write it down. Go ahead and jot it. The Vikings are going into Big D, and they're going to beat the Cowboys.
Money line?
Money line.
Oh, man.
The spread is only 5.5. The Cowboys, Sunday night, in Jerry's house, they're not going to get it done.
Oof.
I slept on the Vikings last week. I slept on the Vikings the week before. I'm not sleeping on them. The Vikings are not a mattress. This is going to be on national TV. You heard it here. Upset of the week. If you want to make some money, plus 225. JJ McCarthy gets that big win today.
So your lock of the week was the Chargers money line plus 210, and now your upset of the week is
2 underdogs.
Minnesota plus 220. That's what I'm saying. So if you parlay both of those money line,
we're making
you could
money.
Feed families this Sunday.
We're feeding families this week. So let's go. Let's see what that looked like. Yeah, you go ahead and give your point of the game. And I'm gonna go back and get that other game into a parlay.
I don't.
What was the other? What was the other? Chargers money line.
Yeah, Chargers money line.
So if we go $50 on that, kids, we're paying our car payment this month. $50 on the Vikings and Chargers pays $503.75.
Oof.
That's big money. Money.
That'd be a nice hit. I might have to put a little something on it actually. Now that you're saying that. Dallas was on the list for almost 3 weeks of teams not to bet against. They were the hottest team in the NFL. Defensively, they were finally showing up with their new additions. They're stopping the run. I mean, Dak's playing like an MVP quarterback. You know, I love Dak. I'm not the biggest Cowboys guy, but I love Dak. I love everything about him. He's a good dude, and he can chuck the ball. I think I would take the Vikings with the points, but oh gosh, Dallas on a Sunday night. Yeah, but there's gonna be no horns tonight. They're in Jerry's world,
bring
baby.
one. I'm gonna blow one.
If I had to pick a winner of this game, I'm gonna take Dallas money line. I like the Vikings with the points. This is a tough game to pick though, because Dallas could go back to playing like they're gonna win the Super Bowl again.
Is JJ McCarthy a mattress tonight? Don't sleep on him. I'm telling you right now.
You got to call him 9. Is he going to be 9 tonight, or is he going to be JJ?
He's 9. We're ready tonight. We're going all in. 503. If you want to bet, if you want to win, if you want to pay the bills, Vikings and Chargers money line, you're making the big money. And the last game of the week,
Monday night.
You'll cover this more tomorrow, but we'll touch on it here for a second. You've got the miserable Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa at your favorite quarterback, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I love how you mumble that. Tua
Tagovailoa. I don't know why that guy has got to be the worst quarterback in the league.
Whoa, hold on a second. I'm not going to stand for this Fins hate.
Terrible, man.
Dude, the Fins are one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. You show some respect to Miami and them Fins, baby. Fins up.
Nope.
The Fins are in the hunt right now, dude.
The Steelers are going to win this game. No problem.
Whoa.
No problem.
Dude, Fins up. You're showing disrespect to Miami. They're one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. Dude, they won like 5 in a row.
It all ends tomorrow.
I don't know.
Pittsburgh.
I don't know. A-Chan can go wild.
There's going to be a lot of happy lesbians in America tomorrow because the Steelers are the lesbian team of America. The Subaru girls are going to be happy tomorrow. They're going to win. Send it in.
You got to show that video. Dude, I see it probably like once a week, and I send it to my buddy. It's that lesbian lady where she's watching the football game, and she's going like this, and like the topic will be when they have a discount at hair cuttery.
Yeah.
You ever seen that video?
I made a meme out of it.
Yeah. Okay. So then you know exactly what video I'm talking. That's one of the greatest meme videos of all time. I mean, it just lightens my day. That one, and when they prank, I posted like last week, that black dude and his boy sets him up. There's a group of white dudes, and he acts like he's video chatting them, and they're like asking him for stuff, and he's like, yeah, I ain't got no weed, but I got some of this, and they all go, no, yeah, and he's like, yeah, I got you, dog. Those are the two best meme videos of all time: the lesbian lady and the black dude. Oh my god,
the lesbian one's good, but
it is great.
Team Subaru for this week. Steelers are going to beat the Dolphins at home.
Oh gosh.
Well, we gave you guys some big locks, some crazy questionable locks. Just remember, you don't want to do this. All right, my man. I will be out next week. You're gonna have to host this on your own.
I'll probably have Sipo come on.
Yeah,
or
Bub
maybe
can't
Bubby.
do it. Bub's out.
Oh, Bubby can't. Okay.
Team Bub. Bub makes the money.
He's gonna
Mike.
be making cheesesteaks.
He's Money Mike. All he does is work. So yeah, I'll get you set up. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you check out Counterculture Sports with K9 and Sipo tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on the Counterculture YouTube. He'll give you tomorrow night's lock of the week for the Monday night game, and they'll cover all of our big wins today. We appreciate you guys tuning in. You.